She's so fine. Hell on hell of her blows my mind. Hell on hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Wednesday, January the 18th, 2023. This video will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case, and specifically, I wanted to just go over what Gerardo Zuniga had said in his YouTube live that he did last night, where he actually had an exclusive interview with the Attorney General of the state of Baja California Sur, Daniel de la Rosa Anaya. It is actually a one-on-one interview that he had with him, and he said that because the interview is kind of lengthy, and then we also have the translator situation, which makes it that much more lengthy because he's translating everything. He was going to break it up into 3 pieces. Makes absolute, complete, and total sense, okay? Because that live from last night was, I think, over 40 minutes. So I just wanted to discuss what exactly the Attorney General said. And Gerardo Zuniga asked him some very specific questions, okay? And if anybody's going to know the answers, it's going to be him. He's the one that's calling the shots down there. So let's go over this. Now, what the Attorney General said was that this case is under investigation, and he said it's more into the beginning of the investigation, which makes all the sense in the world to me. Because if you watch my video regarding these interrogatories that were sent out to the Cabo 6, those usually happen in the discovery phase, where they're trying to figure out who knows what, who has what, who saw. They want to know everything. And that usually happens at the beginning. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, he said that the order was issued from the judge to arrest and extradite Daejhanae Jackson, who we know is the direct aggressor. That has been issued. He clarified that and confirmed that. He also said that the Cabo 6 reported this as an accidental death to 911. Now, I don't think what he's trying to say is that they picked up the phone, literally called 911, and literally said, "We have an accidental death here." That's not what he's saying. He's saying that the nature of the calls, if you will, and this is just my opinion, the nature of the calls to 911 were such to present this as an accidental death. We have the alcohol intoxication, the fall, okay? That's what he's talking about. He said that once Shanquella Robinson was deceased and the autopsy was performed, and there was an autopsy performed, and I will clarify this one more again for the people in the back. We do not have a copy of that autopsy report. I was watching a news broadcast the other day, and even they were saying the autopsy, and right beside of it on the screen, they were showing the death certificate, and I'm like, bless your hearts, that is not an autopsy. That is a death certificate, regardless. He says after they performed the autopsy, they discovered that this was a cervical or neck injury. And Gerardo Zuniga said that there was a lot of controversy over here with the Americans regarding this accidental death and the cervical injury. And this is what he said regarding that. He said that the accidental death was first reported to 911. And like I said, no. Did Winter Donovan pick up the phone and say, "We've got an accidental death in Villa Linda 32"? No, that's not what he's saying. She called and was implicating that there was an alcohol intoxication with a fall, making it out to be an accident. But he said when the Attorney General's office took the investigation on, it was before the viral video came out. Okay? Before the viral video came out. Because they had already suspected that this was a possible crime because of the autopsy results. Okay? That told them right there that something had happened. Now, at that point, he said that they went into the protocol for femicide. And when the investigation began, her companions, which is what he was calling them, they left the villa immediately. And the next day, the very next day, they left San Jose del Cabo en route to the United States. They went to the airport and flew back to the United States. Gerardo actually said, why weren't these people arrested? Attorney General said, at the time, it was an accidental death. And this was before the autopsy was conducted. Because you got to remember, you got to think about it in real time. They were all in the villa. They started investigating the scene. They left the villa. So at the time they left the villa, it was considered an accidental death. Then they did the autopsy. And so once they did the autopsy, that's when they were like, uh-oh, we got some problems here. Plus, you have these 6 people. I mean, this is not something that's normal. You've got 6 people that are traveling with her that are telling the police one thing and the doctor one thing about somebody that they suspect is their friend. To me, it makes all the sense in the world, honestly. And I'm just being honest. You show up on the scene, you've got 6 people there. What would make the EMTs think that these people had done something to her if they're telling them that she fell because of an alcohol intoxication? You have to look at it from their perspective. And everybody has a different perspective, okay? Just like I put in my community post. We can all watch the same thing, and we're all going to walk away with a different view of the same thing that we just watched. So you got to look at it from their side too. Now, so we've got the Cabo 6 telling the police and the doctor the same thing. This is an accident. This is an accident. And we're out of here. So they ghost. Then the autopsy's performed. By that point, they're gone. They are already gone. They left the next day, the very next day. Now, Gerardo asked again, before transporting Shanquella Robinson's lifeless body, you had no clue of a murder. He asked him again. Daniel De La Rosa Anaya said, at that time, there was no evidence. And what he said was, in order to arrest, the Attorney General's office needed to open an investigation, collect evidence, and have probable cause of a crime. Then he said a case was then opened, or would then be opened. And that would allow them to issue a warrant. Now, that's how he explained that. Now, he said that, and that's exactly what the judge did. On 11/21 of 22, the judge did issue a warrant for the direct aggressor, who again we know is Dejanay Jackson. So, did we learn something from this first part of the interview with the Attorney General of the state of Baja California Sur? Yes, we did. We got confirmation, not just rumors, and not just we think or we were told. We know for a fact that the Cabo 6 left for the United States the very next day. Okay? And if you remember right, Shanquella Robinson's body was removed around 1 a.m. on Sunday. And the Cabo 6 left on Sunday. So you've got a very small window there between autopsy time and the time they leave. Because we don't know what time the autopsy was performed, and we don't know what time their flight left. So I think they were scrambling, trying to get out of there as soon as possible. Because, to be real honest, we didn't need a video. We didn't need a video. He's saying they were already investigating it before the video even came out. So, there's that. Does the video help? Absolutely. Absolutely. But with this bunch, I'm telling you, I think once a little pressure is applied here, I think they're going to, I'm telling you, I don't think they're going to be able to stand the pressure. And as far as I know, not near one of them has been in trouble, minus a few little speeding tickets here and there. But this is real trouble. This is real hard trouble. And being interrogated by anybody is a very frightening thing, especially for someone who has never been in trouble with the law. So I think that the pressure, lawyer or not, I think the pressure is really going to get to them. And we've seen how Nazir Wiggins speaks. So I think that an attorney is going to have his job cut out for him, trying to rein him in to keep his mouth shut. Just being honest about it. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of summarize it for you guys, for those that might have missed it. I know a lot of people were saying that they couldn't read the subtitles, which were in English, but I had no problem. I'm just going to be honest. I had no problem reading them once I shut the chat down, because I was paying attention to what information was coming. I didn't need to see the chat, okay? I'm concerned with what the information is. And sometimes I wonder about people's true intentions. But regardless, I covered this case because it's the right thing to do to bring awareness. It's certainly not to chase clout. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. But I'm going to stay on this. I will watch his next part of his interview, and I will bring you guys a summary of that as well. And we will continue to push forward in this case. I appreciate all the love and support. And big ups to Gerardo Zuniga for actually getting an interview with Attorney General Daniel De La Rosa Anaya. That's a big deal, okay? That's a huge deal. So I'm going to end the video on that note. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.